Okay, the big news at Giants camp today was Chris Snee announcing his retirement after 10 years in the NFL. Not really a surprise, I guess. We knew that he was having trouble with his elbow injury. He tried to battle back, he just couldn't do it. But what a career this guy had, right?
I mean, 10 years, 4 Pro Bowls, 2 Super Bowls. Really, I mean, when John Mara talked about it, we really got the impression how impressive he was.
Well, what I'm going to remember most about him is the offensive line from 2006 to 2010. Sean O'Hara, David Deal, Kareem McKenzie, Rich Seibert, and of course Chris Snee. That line was dominant. And now with Snee gone, all those guys retired, you're left with kind of a bit of a mess there.
They have a lot of bodies, but it seems like there's definitely some up in the airness to it. I mean, it looks like Brandon Mosley will probably get the first shot to replace him. They brought in John Jerry, who was another veteran guy, but he didn't play at all during minicamps and OTAs.
The state of the offensive line isn't really the reason the Giants were sad today. It was all about Snee. Chris Snee had an incredibly emotional press conference, but just as emotional were the people that were talking about him, including Tom Coughlin, his head coach, and his father-in-law.
I hadn't been thinking that this could happen, and I had just been on a family vacation with him. I watched him agonize over this for literally the whole summer as he tried to. He was in here, during the summer, just trying to get himself in a position where he could do the things required for him at his position, and especially the tremendous way in which he puts pressure on himself to perform at the highest level. But it was a sad day. I mean, I knew that there was a little league game down in Montclair, and that's where Cooper and Chris were. And then all of a sudden I got this little tap on the back from Cooper. And we visited for a couple of minutes, and then when Chris said, "Can I speak to you?" I knew. But and I called. I was able to call Jerry. I called John Mara, and it's a sad day for the New York Giants. It's a sad day for our whole family. Personally.
He told me, he was going. He was hurt a little bit with his elbow. Coming off hip surgeries, and so I knew he was thinking about it. He was going to test it out and see how the elbow responded. But when he called me yesterday, I kind of had a feeling that's what might be coming. I kind of never really thought it was going to happen. I guess I didn't really want to think about it happening.
Hey, Chris Snee disappears for the Giants today, but David Wilson comes back, and probably even more of a surprise to me was Will Beatty. I wasn't expecting Will Beatty until September, and all of a sudden he's running in the conditioning.
And he looked good. He was probably the fastest lineman out there. One of them. He looked good when he was out there.
That's huge for the offensive line if they can get Will Beatty back to left tackle. And we don't know. It wasn't a practice. We don't know how much he's going to be out there, but it looks like he'll be able to do something. And David Wilson, the bonus that Jerry Reese was hoping for, he's finally medically cleared to play. That could be huge for the running game.
And that's going to be really interesting too, because now they have a crowded backfield. Actually, you have Rashad Jennings, who they signed as a free agent, ostensibly to be the starter. You've got Andre Williams, the draft pick, and you've got Peyton Hill as well. So now you're pretty crowded backfield a lot of time.
We'll get our first look at that on Tuesday at their first practice. So make sure you watch all of our coverage at nydailynews.com.